Hi, my name's Tyler. I'm an assistant pastor, and I would give Tithely a 5 out of 5, and you can click below to review it. So before Tithely, our church did not actually have any kind of church management software, and we were seeing that we were beginning to grow, and some of our methods of record keeping were becoming a little bit outdated in terms of just having manila folders that were packed full of records. And so we were looking for digital ways to be able to keep records for our church and make systems easier. And so that's how we came across Tithely, and it's been incredibly helpful for our size of church. We were looking for ways of record keeping, so really keeping tabs on the members of our church and how many members we had and birthdays for those members, and that's kind of one of the reasons that led us to Tithely, and a big part too was just even in terms of simple things like having a church directory. We were printing out church directories regularly, but as soon as someone leaves or someone comes, that church directory was already out of date. So being able to have a digital format where we can real time update member information, and that's really helped keep our church more connected. It's been great for our members in particular. Our members span from younger on the younger spectrum to we've got older people, and sometimes technology can be a scarier thing, when you're introducing it to crowds that aren't as familiar with using it. But it's actually worked really seamlessly with all the spectrum of people that we have at the church. Everyone's been able to use it well, and it's really been able to keep our members connected to one another and our church staff better connected with our members, and the communication has been incredibly helpful for our church. Tithely was very easy to get started, and part of that was the Tithely support system itself. They had numbers of videos that were available with very specific questions attached to those videos of how to do this. And even them getting our information was very easy, just being able to put it all in a spreadsheet of sorts and then send it to them. And they were able to already get us started with much of the information. So we didn't have to do a ton of the legwork in terms of inputting every single detail for each person. If we already had something to start with, they were able to go ahead and get us started. And then I know for sure there's been at least one or two times that I've had questions and I've contacted customer support, and they've been very quick to respond. Another thing that's actually been helpful, they put out regular videos of kind of how to, and even I joined a call the other day that was a Zoom call with a number of pastors or church staff around the country, and they were able to tell us about the giving format that Tithely uses, and not just give us information, but then there was also a time where they did Q&A, and so we were able to type in questions, and this was all real time, and so this was super helpful for me, and they've just been really helpful all along the way in getting it set up. We're on the smaller size probably of churches, small to mid size. We probably have around 200 to 300 people here on a Sunday, and Tidely has worked really well for our size church, and I think that's even kind of how they bracket themselves. They can definitely do the smaller churches, and they can do large churches as well. But it's been a really sweet fit for our church. We're a smaller staff. We don't have as many people on staff at our church. So how do we care for our members well? This technology has actually helped us care for our members better. So my advice would be, if you're a smaller staff and you're looking for more help, but you can't necessarily pay for another employee, Tithely almost comes in as another employee to help you care for your members better. So I would highly recommend considering something like Tithely. If you're short on staff and looking to be able to communicate with your church better, let them communicate with one another better, and really care for them better.